So why did you come back?
I'm here for research.
What exactly, though, are you researching?
This is the perfect movie to get into the Halloween spirit. I love scary vampires in this small town based on a Stephen King novel with a fantastic cast, all directed by a wonderful director, Gary Doberman. Now, Lewis, tell us a little bit about Ben, and can you discuss your approach to balancing the everyman aspect of Ben's character with the horror elements from the film?
Yeah, thanks for that enthusiastic lead-in, Joseph. That was awesome.
Yeah.
Woke me up here. Yeah, that was a really fun part to diving into Ben's characters, because like Gary really approached this thing in, I think, a very admirable way, which was like, okay, how are the and obviously Stephen did this in the original, but to really make this an important part is how what's going to make the audience feel like they are sitting in the room, you know, with Susan and Ben and everybody. And I think that if you have the central character as this relatable everyman guy, it's not like that far of a stretch to put yourself in his shoes, which immediately makes the stakes feel higher, because you feel that much closer to them, and it feels like that much scarier.
Now, Makenzie, tell us a little bit about Susan and what it was like working on set, especially in those more intense horror-driven scenes with Lewis. And can you talk about using the practical sets and locations? Because I feel like that goes perfectly together in horror genre, like milk and cookies.
Yeah. I mean, so for me, like the action sequences to which I think you refer were like absolutely the most fun things I've ever really gotten to do. It's not like, I don't know, I went to drama school and thought I was like really interested in truth and crying and like, you know, going through the hard things in life, and I just really like getting like thrown up against a wall. Ooh, that sounds interesting. In a film. So yeah, it was like, this film is I think is scary, but was the most fun I've ever had on set. And as far as like being in the kind of mise-en-scene of horror genre, yeah, I mean, from like the set design, which was everything that you see, it felt very 360. Like the way that they created the sets meant that we really could just live in a imaginary Stephen King world, which was kind of a dream. I mean, I feel like I'm making Stephen King films because Stephen King fans everywhere feel really jealous right now.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely, like, you are.
Live in the 70s inside of Salem's Lot. We got to do that.
Exactly. Now look, Salem's Lot premieres on Max on October 3rd. And one thing I love about these streaming releases is that you can do your own at-home double feature kind of like watch thing. With Salem's Lot on October 3rd, if you were to pair up another film with Salem's Lot, what would you guys choose as your own double feature? And we'll start with you, Lewis.
Oh my God, that's a really good question. Woo! Oh my goodness, what would I pair up with it? Well, I'm just going to use this because I've been thinking about it a lot, but and it's quite different. But it's what I like about our rendition of Salem's Lot is I would choose Stand By Me.
Oh, great choice.
Salem's Lot almost has this kind of Stand By Me aesthetic. It almost feels like this nostalgic era, but instead of, you know, searching for a dead body, you're trying to defend your town from vampires. So it's like they feel like cousins to me in a strange way. I mean,
I love that.
It was behind them both, yeah.
Makenzie, how about you? What would be your double feature?
I would go A Girl Walks Home Alone at Night.
Nice.
My other favorite vampire film.
That's fantastic choices. Look, I cannot wait for folks to watch this version of Salem's Lot. It is terrifying. It's like an instant classic. Congratulations. You guys are incredible. I appreciate your time. Thank you very much.
Classic.